This is, of course, the month for romance and love. Beyond all the commercialism of Valentine's Day, this may also be a good time to talk to children about healthy relationships and love. Dr. Marty Erickson is here to talk about what parents can do to help children discover the power of Cupid's arrow as they grow up. And it's good to see you.
Good to see you, Pat.
Talk
about love.
Well, talk about love, and we're all about that.
We are.
Why do you like this topic so much?
Well, I think it's so important because kids are bombarded with really negative images of love and romance, really dysfunctional relationships, shallow, superficial things. Parents are often very uneasy, uncomfortable talking with kids about love and romance and especially sex. And we also don't let our kids see our own relationships kind of in their entirety in terms of showing the love and fun and romance that can be a part of a long-term relationship.
You mentioned all the images, and you say discuss those messages and images.
You really want to talk with kids about what they're taking in and ask them questions about, why do you think that relationship was like that? Do you think that's a good thing? What would you do differently? So really get them talking about what they see in the media.
Be intentional, and what do you mean by that?
Well, be intentional about setting a good example for your children. Let them see you doing healthy conflict resolution. Let them see you having fun, even if you've been married for 25 years or 41, like I have. And also be intentional about the kind of network you build around your kids and your family.
Well, all of us don't see our parents as being necessarily sexual or loving people.
Well, that's right. And keep some of that to yourself.
But being affectionate is a good thing, is what you're saying.
It is,
and
exactly.
show natural. Seek support.
Right, and you really want to kind of surround your kids and your family with other people who are good models of romantic relationships. Look for families that really will kind of reinforce those examples for you and your kids.
You encourage the idea of engaging children. What would be those things?
Well, I think you want to engage children in relationships with both boys and girls from a very early age. Get them into mixed groups. Obviously, girls seek out girls and boys seek out boys when they're little kids, but try to really find mixed gender activities so your kids learn to be friends with both genders, and then they can go from that to focusing on their romances when the time comes.
You also, Marty, advise starting early. How early is early?
Well, actually, some research is very interesting on this, that the kind of attachment you create with your little baby will really shape the kind of spouse that person becomes, that child becomes. And so you really want to be empathic, sensitive, responsive, giving your little baby that foundation of a secure attachment, which is one of the best things you can do to put them on the road toward being a good spouse, being a good parent.
And a healthy attachment, though, has its place, though, and its boundaries, too, right? You don't want to be clingy with your child.
Absolutely. And a good, secure attachment really involves both holding on and letting go. It means giving your child space for independence and being a secure base from which your child goes out to explore the world, but always able to come back to feel that love, that warmth, that empathy and sensitivity, and that's the key. It starts from day one.
It must be particularly fun for you now with 4 grandchildren to be able to kind of start over doing this, too.
It is. And I'm taking a lot of my own advice. There were a few years there when my kids were grown up and I wasn't really living with little kids, but I'm with them all the time now, and it's great.
Well, it's pretty clear you did a good job with those 2 kids a year, so I think it bodes well for the future.
It's good, and it's not perfect, and that's important to remember.
Well, we are not, that's for sure. Happy Valentine's to you in advance here.
Same to you, Patrick.
You can check out Good Enough Moms, a weekly talk show that's hosted by Marty and her daughter Erin at www.goodenoughmoms.com, and they have a really wonderful podcast that you can find right there.